Terran is freaking amazing. I hope you guys have a great time. Following
12 o'clock, I think we went over our allotted time.
Because I know as gamers, man, it's very hard to do.
Yeah, you guys are out here pretty early. That's awesome. We appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming out. Australian fans have been awesome thus far. You guys are a blast. Thank you so much. And it looks like we're going to be on in.
And over at the top left-hand corner, we have the runner-up champion from yesterday. He just absolutely steamed. It is Moonglade.
Said and done. He just continued to add tech. He continued to add supply. Continued to mitigate drop damage. He was spreading his units.
Actually, I think that really helps Moonglade because when you get
Definitely
a Terran player who spawns right next to you on a map, drop ships become a problem. It can be harder to expand outwards and get into the macro. And actually, we just got patched in that for WCS Oceania, we're actually forcing cross spawn. So
I think it's non-cross spawn.
Or non-horizontal cross spawn?
Yeah, non-horizontal cross spawn. So we do have an SCV coming in at multiple factories. Get your upgrades going.
Yeah.
And you can feel very secure in doing that on this map.
You know what's also kind of crazy too is Zerg has a hard time. Very good.
Yeah, Moonglade just covering all of his bases here. Excellent, excellent game sense from Moonglade right there. And you know, it's something you have to have seen before. I always try and do that to Zergs. I always try and sneak a bunker in there.
Yeah, man, as Zerg, you always want to put like an Overlord there or put Zerglings there to check for something.
There's no creep.
Right.
And if you do get that bunker up and you get a few Marines in there, it's really dicey
like,
for the Zerg player.
Well, I might lose my hatch.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make exactly. Splash damage takes it out. Very nice micro there.
Now,
and this is so good that he's opened with Reactor at Hellions because they're very well here and making good decisions.
Yeah, I noticed that he didn't make any more Zerglings. He just made a huge round of drones. So there's a switch up here. Now, this isn't as economical as, say, when a Zerg player goes no gas and makes 6 queens.
Control for the Terran. They're a great way to just keep presence on the map, and they're also a great way to sniff out any sort of early aggression. If you see a ton of Zerglings start to push across the map.
It's so hard to do against queens nowadays, too, man.
I mean,
you gotta be real lucky to get in there and get a lot of drones. Hey, I think the Terran player here is gonna go for some medevac drops pretty soon.
Definitely.
Yeah, he didn't. Right.
This time around, and here we have an engagement outside of the natural of the Zerg.
Not off creep though, Moonglade. He can't go off creep. The Banelings don't have speed yet.
Oh my god!
And he might pull away here since he's off creep, but he's going to try to wrap around with the Zerglings, but the Marines are hiding behind the mineral patches.
Oh, and look at the target firing on the Banelings from Nightlight. Just absolutely perfect right there. That was unreal. Beautiful micro from Nightlight. If he's able to deny this fourth, that would be excellent for him, but it looks like there are going to be enough Zerglings to clean this up. He can pick up in the medevacs, though. I don't think he'll end up losing all this, although his positioning's so good in of creep when they're slow, they're easier to target fire, but I mean, even at this level of play, I mean, I find it so difficult sometimes to click on those individual Banelings. You have to have such precise accuracy, and if you even miss one of them, all of your Marines.
And Moonglade now switching up, adding on Mutalisk into his composition, which is what you want when you go Zergling Baneling.
And look at that Overlord positioning from Moonglade right there. Really going to see that drop coming a mile away. Probably going to pull, and the Mutas. The Mutas will be able to deal with this, but he might get the fourth over here. Zerglings and Banelings coming in right now. He needs to pick up and get out of there.
I think he's going to be able to save the fourth, and all the Marines, at least half the Marines running away, but that was a good trade from Moonglade.
Oh, and the Mutas pick off the full medevac on the left-hand side of the map. Nightlight needs to be very, very careful here. He's got to get out of here. Moonglade's going to rally those units together. He's going to get the Mutas, the Lings, and the Banelings. And there we go. Nightlight wisely pulling out of that situation. Now, I think Nightlight right now, what he wants to do is lay off the aggression a little bit, fall back, focus on those
here before he goes into Hive. That's not a bad idea.
He just grabbed a Hive as well.
Oh, he got a Hive right away, and he's got the double hatch going on. Man, he is like going berserk right now. He's doing everything.
You know, I actually would have agreed with your analysis there. I don't. That's interesting that he actually got the his sweet time getting in there at the fourth. He sieged his tanks up, had to leapfrog once or twice, and then also when Moonglade eventually decided to engage, Nightlight fell back with all of his Marines and he just left the tanks out to dry. Generally what you want to do is stim your Marines immediately, start fighting right away, and then start pulling your Marines back and microing them. But instead, he deserted his tanks, left them out to dry. And look at that Muta pack from Moonglade. Moonglade also with the double macro hatch at the fifth. maxed out here on supply. Just looking great, but Nightlight as well, macroing like crazy. He's already got his 5th.
That's the thing, man. While Moonglade has a bunch of hatcheries, Moonglade actually has been expanding quite well himself. This medevac is
catching a wrecked.
There we go. Well, he's not on the 9th and 10th, but he will be, and that means he can afford anything he wants. A Zerg on 10 gas can make Broodlords Infestors for days, and that is something very important to note because Broodlord Infestor is extremely difficult to stop for Terran. They need to get a ton of Corruptors, obviously. They need Infestors, and Neural Parasite is not half bad against that type of army either.
Yeah, you know, it can work. Now, let's just see what he decides to do here. I see your point. There's also a problem for Moonglade right now. Moonglade has so much supply invested in these Mutalisks that really might end up biting him in the tail later.
Yeah.
Because Mutalisk air against a Zerg, so this is going to be really interesting. And look at Nightlight's bank now. He's starting to rival that Donald Trump trust fund that
I don't know about that,
over
man.
there.
I don't know about that.
So he's maybe like a Mitt Romney trust fund right now?
Like trying to Ron Paul, maybe.
Work with Ron Paul. With these Mutalisks, you know, I can't help but think that, you know, in this next big engagement, Nightlight's just going to absolutely steamroll Moonglade.
This is actually kind of crazy, man. I don't know what Moonglade can do. He's not trading out his but he just made Ultra Zergling, which says to me he doesn't want to fight the BCs head on. He wants to maybe go for more of like, I'm going to go in your base when you're attacking me, destroy your army while you're out, destroy your base while you're out across the map, and kind of like a base trade style.
Yeah.
He goes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now, are we going to see the nuke?
Oh, is there a ghost in the main too?
Let's a nuclear missile coming up. And
let's cut to the main. Let's cut to the main. Let's cut to the Zerg main. Zerg main.
Oh, the drones have pulled away.
Another nuke going off at the natural as well.
It looks like he's going to be able to save most of his units. He loses some larva, but not a huge loss overall for Moonglade.
Are we going to see? Oh, he nuked his own ghost. Poor guy.
What a champion. He's actually going to nuke the production here. Now this Chamber has fallen. Doesn't matter though. He's already got max upgrades. Moonglade does. Moonglade now realizing, hey, I'm getting nuked. I need to go out and do something right now. And he's also lost another hatchery.
2 more hatcheries, I think.
And this is big because he needs larva production in order to spend
if he gets this
that
hatchery,
money.
That's huge.
That hatchery is getting pretty close.
Is he going to get it? Oh, my God. Wow, that was just absolutely excellent, excellent play here from our New Zealander Terran player here. And guys, I mean, these are the type of...
Can we take a look at the larva right now? The units tab. The units tab. And it's 102.
You got to give him at least a second, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. But if you can finish off these larva, man, it's
only on alarm at this point because he's already been hit with so many nukes that, you know, he's really kind of wising up to what's going on here.
And it's weird. It's almost like in a situation like this, it's like a stalemate, but Terran has the ability now for Moonglade.
Spawning pool does go down as well.
Yeah, that's a big. And now Moonglade saying, all right, I'm done with this. I'm going to send my Zerg Deathfall to the middle. But there's more nukes coming. There's a nuke at the top right.
There's
or
one at
perhaps
the 4th and one at the 3rd, I believe.
That's at the 3rd.
Okay, there's one. That's not really going to hit anything. It'll get a bunch of larvae, I think,
Actually. Hey, by the way, guys, Nightlight here is making a bunch of BCs.
And and here we go.
Yeah, here we go, man. Moonglade coming in with a big army. He's actually using the Corruptors to hold off the air. Landed Vikings,
hey, man, I guess when they have 3/3 upgrades, they're not half bad against drones.
I just want to point out something, guys. Moonglade hasn't built anything because he doesn't have the...
He might get the hive.
Yeah, Moonglade hasn't decided what units he wants to make yet. He did finish the Infestation Pit. He has a Spire, but he hasn't invested in anything. He's still at 153 supply, and he is almost at 20K.
You make to battle this composition.
It's like,
I mean,
I have the larva, I have the capacity, I have everything for me, but I don't know what to make.
And I guarantee you this is something that Moonglade has never really played against.
No, this is
obviously not, because he's very confused.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
So many Corruptors. I think the Corruptors can take those down.
These BCs are going to get absolutely ran. Oh,
wow,
God.
that was so fast.
This could be bad for Nightlight here. He needs to switch over into Bio.
Yeah, the BC's going in. Yamato cannons coming out.
Fungal's going down.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But the BCs, I think, are going to get overwhelmed by this many Corruptors. However, Moonglade has no...
Now, oh, look at the creep control from Nightlight. Let's look at the creep spread on the map right now. I mean,
it's like non-existent.
We're at the 41-minute mark, by the way, guys. This game has gone on forever.
Smart man, that Greater Spire is going to get nuked, but it has enough hit points to survive one.
Oh, God, oh, God.
Oh, Moonglade! Be careful, he actually repositions. He will save the Greater Spire from getting launched into oblivion by a nuclear missile. It's totally PG.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we do have Moonglade going after the command center in the mid-left here. He does realize it's up. And he's still getting air, actually.
Yeah, well, he's going in here. He's got enough Corruptors to actually push this army away. And actually, Nightlight in a bit of trouble. Great Fungal.
Where is Nightlight's army at this point? There
Nightlight is bringing up the bio now. And
yeah, there we go. Yeah, he converted back over to bio.
Excellent,
excellent decision here from Nightlight. I think...
Take a look at the units tab again. I'm so sorry. 11 larva, and his 11k bank and 3k gas bank is for naught when you have 11 larva.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no other way to put it.
And if we look to the top right-hand corner of the map,
yeah.
And you know, I don't know if Moonglade can do anything from here.
No, I don't think so, man. I think Moonglade doesn't have enough larva.
He's just been slowly picked apart.
Yeah.
And he's experiencing this style that he's never seen before. And now Tilia switching back over into bio is just, this is unreal. I think he's going to be able to take the game here. He hasn't taken the gas at his 5th. He hasn't taken the gas at his 6th either. If we take a look at his 5th and his 6th, he's just now 6th.
Well, you can see it on the... Actually, Moonglade is going to be able to steamroll.
I don't think he wants
Marines.
to fight in the middle here. I mean, I really don't think he does.
Moonglade going to fall back a little bit.
But one thing all day without the worry of fungal, and that's actually a really important thing to note. He's going to be able to kite these ultras forever, man.
That's pretty important, man. BC taking out an ultras right there. The BC is making a comeback here.
Station pit back.
Right.
He doesn't have a Spire yet, so he's not able to make Corruptors. These battle cruisers are going to go uncontested.
Right.
There's really nothing he can make to take him out. And he's sending the BCs in now, and they're just going to start harassing like crazy.
Yeah.
There's no Spire. This is beautiful.
Yeah, and those BCs are actually pretty weak, man. That one has 38 hit.
You cannot hide from the Yamato cannon. There is no way.
And right now,
Nightlight's
going to take actually a lot of drones.
Nightlight's actually broke right now. He is broke.
Nightlight is really, really looking like he's going to get back in this game once again. This has just been a back and forth tug of war, man.
We are at out of control. Moonglade's hatchery does get forced on a cancel there, and these Marines and Marauders will get caught, but that's okay.
You know what's interesting now? We're going to have a situation where both players are going to fight for the middle expansions on Entombed Valley.
Moonglade does get that so important Spire up. He's going to be able to start producing Corruptors, and that's really what he needs right now to clean up these BCs. He's
can't hide underground from Yamato, man.
Gets another Infestor there, and he's also running in some Marines and Marauders here over towards the 4th. Is he going to get the layer? It looks like the layer's actually going to go down.
Yeah.
There are some Corruptors out here, though, and they will be able to clean up these BCs. So very, very nice that he got that spot. There's a lot of ultras out here for Moonglade. He does have Infestors on the field as well. We do have some nukes in the bay. More BCs coming.
This orbital is going to have to lift off, but it will die to Corruptors.
Yeah, these Corruptors are actually starting to take out the BCs now, and Tilia is starting to make a few mistakes, I feel like. He really needs to be protecting. Oh, and here comes a drop.
I like the drop play,
Moonglade
man.
is out of position. He might end up losing this hatchery. That could be devastating for him. Nice EMP right there on the Infestors. Gets rid of a lot of that energy. That's very important.
Now let's take a look at this drop, man. I know.
We're at this almost approaching the 60-minute mark.
If we get an hour-long game, man, you guys have to go wild.
They're going to go wild either way. Are you kidding me? Catching the nuke on the way up. I love it when observers catch the nukes on the way out of the silo. And it looks like he's just using nukes at this point to control territory.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Slowly work his way across the map.
Moonglade has the side expansion, but there are Marines coming over there, and Moonglade needs to save this. He can't let this hatchery go down.
No, he can't.
He has to get. That's the orbital goes down. Moonglade's gonna take out. What a fungal!
Oh, huge fungal growth goes down right there.
Oh my god, he is gonna take out the entire Terran army here. There are still BCs up in the air, but Moonglade.
Oh, there's a bunch of BCs
there's
actually.
There's a planetary there, man.
Yeah, I didn't actually know he had 6 BCs. That kind of changes things here. I think he can actually outnumber the Corruptors at this point, and he's starting to get Viking.
Out of gas right now too, man. That's a lot of mules. That means a lot of Marines, but Moonglade is out of gas.
Yeah, he has no more gas.
Without gas, he can't make any more Corruptors.
Yeah, he
can't
2
fight
more
off
right
the
now.
Battlecruisers. You have no way to deal with air unless you're just going to make Queens against those BCs.
Let's get a Corruptor count real quick if we can. We have 7 Corruptors out on the field, and that's up against 7. There's a ton of infested Terrans on the ground here. Nightlight does pull back.
Yeah, Nightlight loses his entire bio army on the ground, but he still has these BCs. And the BCs are going to pull back for now. Meanwhile,
he needs to mass repair these BCs.
Moonglade has actually pushed the Terran off the 2 middle expansions. The only minerals and gas left on the entire map are located there. It's a struggle for resources wherever.
Corruptor on the field right now is so important. Each Corruptor is like liquid gold. He needs to preserve these Corruptors. This Ghost has 5 hit points.
Actually get to a situation where we might have structure elimination becoming one of the main factors as to who wins the game.
Well, there's no way Nightlight's going to get eliminated like that.
Yeah, exactly. Nightlight has better structures. He's Terran.
Well, they can also lift off.
Yes.
And I don't know when Nightlight is going to make his move. I feel like he's had several opportunities this game to make a move on Moonglade, and he just hasn't yet. So
coming out, and now the infested Terran's coming on the left.
Oh my god!
That is it!
Oh my god!
Whoa! Sick game!
Alright guys, and that is pretty much the end of the recording. Hope you guys really enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to check out Blizzard at Australia / also check out ACL Pro.